Number 11. How far from the base of the building must the bottom of a 15-foot ladder sit for it to make a 52-degree angle with the ground? Round to the nearest foot. It says, how far from the base of the building? So we're going to be finding this distance right here. And I'm going to call that distance x. And now that we know that, we're going to label this triangle. And across from the right angle is our hypotenuse. Across from that 52 is the opposite. And that must mean that our x is the adjacent. Then ask yourself, well, which function relates adjacent and hypotenuse? And that function is cosine. Cosine of 52 equals the adjacent divided by hypotenuse. And when we want to solve this, we're going to multiply. We get 15 times the cosine of 52. And that's what we're going to type into decimals. 15 times the cosine of, oh darn it, 15 times the cosine of 52. And that gives us 9.23. Let's go back and look and see where we have to round. It says round to the nearest tenth of a foot. One more time, 9.2. Number 12. Phoebe stands on a level ground at B, 20 meters away from the foot of the tree. If the angle of elevation is 32 degrees and her eyes are 1.6 meters above the ground, what is the height of the tree? Round your answer to the nearest tenth of a meter. So first of all, when we start this one, what we're really starting with is we're going to deal with this triangle here. And once we find that height over here, because we want to figure out the height of the tree, I'm going to call this part of the tree x. And then at the end, we'll put in the 1.6. We'll deal with the 1.6 meters above the ground. The other thing to notice is that Phoebe is 20 meters away from the tree. I'm going to put the 20 here. And once we have our picture labeled appropriately, then we can label. And even though my picture is not very well drawn, across from the right angle is the hypotenuse. Across from the 32 is the opposite, which means that the 20 is the adjacent. Now that we know that ratio here, or we know that value, we're looking for the opposite. We know the adjacent, and what function has both opposite and adjacent in it, and that is the tangent function. It's going to be x divided by 20. So once again, to figure out that value of x, what we're going to do is we're going to take 20 and we're going to multiply by the tangent of 32. And then we'll pull up decimals. 20 times the tangent of 32. And we see that we get 12.49. And I'm guessing that we're going to have to round to the nearest tenth. So 12.49 is going to round to 12.5. So x equals 12.5, sure enough. And remember that Phoebe is standing, and it says that her eyes are 1.6 meters above. So the only part that we found so far is this part, and we need to add into that this part here, which is going to be the plus 1.6. And when we add those two together, 12.5 plus 1.6 gives us 14.1. meters is the height of the tree.